Hi, I'm Esther Kane with SeniorSafetyAdvice.com, and today's video is going to be about concussions. But before I get into that topic, I just want to say I am not a physician, I'm not a doctor, I'm just speaking from my own experience as an occupational therapist, having worked for many years with senior adults who have suffered some form of brain injury. So the information that I'm going to put here is for informational purposes only. For more in-depth information, of course, I urge you to speak to your physician, medical professionals. They can tell you much more about concussions, but this is general information to help you, yourself and or senior loved one. And the reason I even wanted to talk about this topic is because a while ago, we made a YouTube video, and we have lots of information on our website about falling. When you've fallen, how to help someone to get up if they've fallen, how to help yourself get up if you've fallen, what tools you can use, and so on. But one of the things we talk about in that video and in some of our articles is to assess if the person is good to move. Have they been injured? Have they been hurt? Now, it's very easy to see a cut or a bruise or a bump, anywhere, so you can see that they've been injured. But a concussion, you can't see it. It's like this little hidden, injury. So how would you know? So that's what I want to talk about today in this video, are the symptoms of a concussion and what you can do about it for yourself or, as I said, a senior loved one. And also before we start, click the like button if you like this video and subscribe. We appreciate each and every single one of our subscribers. Thank you. And let's get into the topic. All right, so concussions are often referred to as a mild traumatic brain injury, which is exactly what it is. And it's usually the result of a blow to the head somehow, or a jolt. And what I mean by a jolt is, imagine if you're driving and you get hit from the back or the side or whatever, and your head tends to, of course, you're going to move. Even if you've been buckled in, your body will move, your head will move. And as your head moves, your brain will move inside your skull as well. So the brain can impact the side of the skull, the side, the front, the back, whatever. So that area of the brain that hits that impacted area, the skull, that can result in a brain injury. Of course, it depends on how severe the jolt is, and it also depends on your own personal health. The brain of a 95-year-old is going to usually sustain more injury than someone who is 25 years old, usually. So that can easily result in a concussion. So the risk factors for seniors to get a concussion are usually because of falls. Unfortunately, one of the main causes of injuries in older adults is falling. So one of the things I want to talk about later on is an exercise that I've been doing that can help you with your balance, and we'll talk about that at the end of the video. But falling can easily cause a concussion, and not even just falling. It could even be just losing your balance. It could be, misjudging the distance of a door. You could be opening the pantry door and misjudging how much it will open, it will hit you in the head. Or you'll be turning the corner to go into the bathroom and you bump into the doorway of the door. Any of those types of movements where you've hit your head on anything like that can definitely result in a concussion, and you certainly may not even know it. So what are the symptoms? What to look out for to know that you even have a concussion? Well, there's basically 4 categories. There's the physical, there's cognitive, there's emotional, and then sleep. So the physical symptoms are usually the easiest to notice. There you have a headache. You're dizzy or lightheaded. You're nauseous, probably from being dizzy. You begin vomiting, probably from being nauseous. You have vision problems. You have trouble walking. Things just don't look like, the same. They're wavy. The cognitive symptoms are memory loss, foggy thinking, trouble remembering new things. You just watched a movie and what did you just watch? Or you just picked up something, you just walked into a room and you don't quite know why you walked in there. I know that could be a lot of other symptoms, but that's one of the symptoms. Some people, to go back to physical, some people also have ringing in the ear, or some kind of a piercing noise, or something that is affecting them. Tinnitus not necessarily, but some kind of ringing. That's certainly not the most common, but it can happen. Emotional symptoms, like crying a lot, overly happy, nervous, anxious, anything out of the norm, extremely sad, unable to control your emotions. That it can be definitely a sign of a concussion. And sleep patterns. Is your sleep pattern changing? Are you sleeping more? Are you having trouble getting to sleep? Are you finding that it's difficult to sleep in any one spot? Where you can't sleep in bed anymore, you have to sleep in a chair, whatever. Anything that is different than what it was before, what you suspect might have caused the concussion. I urge you to get checked out. If it's immediate, if it happened right away, call 911 if you suspect that the head has been hit in any fashion or format. It's much better than waiting later. The one thing I can definitely say is do not go to sleep. If it's happened immediately, do not fall asleep, because if there is any brain swelling and any further damage, you're not going to know it if you're asleep. And you may wake up with a severe head injury versus just dealing with something that's much milder and having it treated right away. So what are the immediate steps to take besides calling 911? Well, don't go to sleep is one, but once you've been checked out, then you definitely need to rest and gradually go back to your activities. So in other words, you don't want to immediately start driving. You don't want to immediately start getting back into sports or activities, vacuuming, mowing the lawn, anything like that. Anything that can cause you to either fall or challenges your balance. Anything like you want to go back to it gradually. Your doctor may actually even prescribe physical therapy or occupational therapy to help you get back to that. So this is where I want to talk about the balance exercise. I have a tool here that I use, that I have been using for a while, and it's this little gadget. You can tell it's like a half of a ball and it's flat on top. So you place this on the floor and you stand on it. And you stand on it, of course, with 2 feet, but the goal is to eventually be able to stand on it with 1 foot and balance yourself without tipping, without falling off. Now, I've been using this for about a year now, and I can stand on it with 2 feet, can't do it with 1 without falling, and I still have to hold on to something. I can maybe stand now without holding on to something for about 10 seconds, but it's taken me a year to get to that. Now, I know you're probably going to say, look, I play tennis, I mow the lawn, I do all kinds of housework, my balance is just fine. But you'd be surprised at how poor your balance actually is when you test it on something like this. So I encourage everyone to try it. Of course, be safe about it. Talk to your doctor about it before you do try it, to make sure that you're physically capable and cognitively capable of managing it. When you do use this, exercise tool, please do it right next to something that is very heavy, a heavy chair, a bar that is bolted, strongly to the wall, anything that will not tip over, because it is very difficult to stand on it. And again, the goal is to eventually be able to stand on it with one leg, one foot, and have the other foot up. And of course it's going to wobble a little, but at least you can stand on it. Like I said, I still can't do it. So it's a challenge, but it's a great exercise for balance, because at the end of the day, balance, having your core strength and being able to have good balance issues will keep you, hopefully, from a lot of the fall issues that occur as you get older, which is only natural for most seniors. All right, so those are the prevention, that's the prevention strategies for not suffering from a concussion. Believe me, you don't want it, so you want to try to avoid it. Well, so that's my video on concussion. I will have a link to the article that I wrote on our website for more information. But also, again, I say, speak with your physician, medical professionals about concussions, how to identify them, and what you need to do. The information I gave you here, as I said, is based on my experience, and it's strictly informational. So be safe and take care of yourself and your senior loved ones. Again, click on the like button, give us your comments, let us know your stories if you've suffered a concussion or a senior loved one, and the end result of that. And don't forget to subscribe. All right, I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.